So in case you missed the clip, earlier this morning, Neymar, with confirmation from Lionel Messi's Instagram, is leaving Barcelona with a release clause of 222 million euros. So Barcelona fans are like, this clip, though, is not about the sad tears that Barcelona fans have. It could be potentially happy tears, if there's even such a thing. Because they are seeking the replacement for Neymar, and I asked a bunch of you on Twitter, who do you believe should be the replacement for Neymar if he does leave PSG? So here we go. JJ says, Ousmane Dembele from Borussia Dortmund. I will get into that in just a moment, but I like that one. Hatsign says, Coutinho, Neymar, Bale, Gelfi Sigurdsson, Mbappe, all of Real Madrid, part of Manchester United. I mean, come on, man. Give me one. Campbell says probably Coutinho. We'll see. Spen says Mbappe or Ousmane Dembele should be the only two options, but Coutinho may be the only realistic one whom they can capture. So now here's my list. The dream scenarios for Barcelona is to tap into a rival in La Liga who has been fantastic under Diego Simeone, and that is Antoine Greizmann. However, we are just hearing... By the way, do you guys say Griezmann or Griezmann? Maybe it's just the difference in styles between where we are located in this on this fine earth, aside from global warming, of course. So, Antoine Greizmann, I think I saw a report today that his release clause is at least 100 million, if not 200 million. So, would Barcelona go and spend a solid majority of what they earned if they do let go, which they will, it's inevitable, of Neymar on Griezmann? I say no. And I still have said this before. What has happened with Neymar going to PSG is that the market has now been set for guys like Griezmann and also the other ones that I'm going to run through because of what the release clause was. And I related it to previously of when Steve Ballmer bought the Los Angeles Clippers, and how the Grizzlies were bought for X amount and the Kings were bought for Y amount. And then all of a sudden, Ballmer goes way in on the Clippers, and now that is the market that has been set. That's the bar that has been set for a team, and now the bar has been set for a player. A phenomenal player, but still a player like this. So nonetheless, there's a transfer ban for Atletico Madrid, so there's no way that they would get rid of their star player while they also can't bring in other talents. So I say Griezmann is out. It's a dream scenario. Kylian Mbappe, if you want to have a transfer target that could not only replace Neymar, not only replace Neymar, but you undercut your bitter rivals like Real Madrid, and he has, through many reports, said many times that if he were to go to a club, it would be Real Madrid. There is no better way than to get an 18-year-old star in the making and the future Ballon d'Or winner than Kylian Mbappe. But I still say that's out. Now, here's the tricky part. PSG is paying 222 million euros for Neymar, right? For his release clause. Even though these two met in the Champions League, Neymar is certainly a fine foe for Barcelona, coming back and beating PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. What better way to say, all right, we'll let go, Barcelona side, we'll let go of financial fair play, we'll allow you to get Neymar, give us a discounted rate on Angel Di Maria. 101 great goals, whether you love them or hate them. I like their highlights and how quick they are. They put out a starting 11 that didn't even have Angel Di Maria in that starting 11. They had him on the bench. So if that is to be true, and I'm not saying it is because I still think you could screw around with the formation, have two central defensive midfielders, drop Draxler to be a central attacking midfielder for Cavani, and still play behind Cavani, and you could have Neymar and Di Maria out wide. But let's just say hypothetically that Di Maria is on the bench. Have this happen and have him team up once again with his Argentine teammate, Lionel Messi. Too good to be true, I understand. So here are the realistic ones. Jurgen Klopp said previously that Felipe Coutinho is not, they're not going to sell him, and he's not worth any price that Barcelona could offer. But hang on a second. The initial offer was 70 million pounds. I believe this in sport, and I'm sure you guys do as well. Every player has a price no matter what. So if they go upwards of, let's say, 110, does Klopp say no? Does he once again reiterate that Liverpool is not a selling club? As a Liverpool supporter, I would hate to see Coutinho go, but to have 110 million pounds, and I'm throwing out this number, but it has to be obviously more because Barcelona are desperate and the market has been set by Neymar. I would hate to see him go, but he would be a very, very fine player out on the wing for Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. The most pivotal signing that they could make, and the number one signing that I think they should make, is, as we saw from JJ previously, Ousmane Dembele. He came from Rennes, where I believe BVB paid about £15.75 million. He could play on the right. He could play on the left. He could score with his right. He can score with his left. He can assist with his right. He can assist with his left. The stats are there via Squawka, but man, he is an incredible talent. And at just 20 years old, you now have a replacement for Neymar, who is 5 years younger, maybe not as accomplished. But again, the future and the potential for Barcelona would be there if they want to keep him for 6, 7, 8 years because he is that good and that talented. The last one is who many in the media have said is a friend of Lionel Messi, but there are also contradicting reports saying that they're not as tight as they are, and that is Paulo Dybala from Juventus. Dybala at 23 years old, fellow Argentine like Lionel Messi. Are they tight? Are they not tight? It doesn't matter. The question is, would Juventus sell him and what's his price? If I were to put 110 million pounds for Coutinho, I would have to think that it would be 135 for Dybala. Again, I'm just throwing out numbers here. I think all these guys, those top three, would be good signings, but who would you like to see Barcelona replace Neymar with? Leave a thought in the comments section below. Get at me on Twitter, @RickStrom, and subscribe to TYT Sports.